Sunlight pierces the crystal waters of Atlantica, revealing a coral reef bursting with life and color. Ariel's laughter echoes through the reef as she gathers treasures, her joy illuminating the underwater world. Flounder frantically trails behind, while Sebastian scuttles along the ocean floor, his stern expression a stark contrast to Ariel's exuberance. Sunlight dances through the crystal-clear water, painting the coral reef in radiant hues. Ariel follows the sound of soft crying to a small seahorse, alone and lost among the swaying anemones. "What's wrong, little one?" Ariel asks, her voice gentle with concern. After a long search, the echoes of cheerful whinnies lead Ariel, Flounder, and Sebastian toward a radiant sea cave. There they are. A chorus of seahorses celebrates, their tiny eyes sparkling with delight. "You're a true friend of the sea," the seahorse's mother declares, her voice filled with warmth as Ariel responds, "Helping others is the best treasure of all."
In a land where flowers could talk and trees swayed to music, there lived a kind and brave girl named Princess Rosalie. Princess Rosalie was known as the Rose Princess, for wherever she walked, roses bloomed in her footsteps. Red, pink, yellow, even glowing blue ones. Princess Rosalie lived in Blue Moria Castle, surrounded by lush rose gardens, playful bunny guards, and friendly butterflies who whispered secrets of the sky. But one day, the roses cried. One morning, the roses didn't bloom. The skies turned gray, the butterflies stopped whispering, and the birds went silent. A cold wind whispered through the land. "The colors are fading. The joy is sleeping." In the royal scrolls, Princess Rosalie read of a legend. Only the magical golden bird can bring back the colors of Blue Moria, but it lives in the hidden sky nest beyond the stormy mountains. Princess Rosalie took a deep breath, kissed her sleepy bunny goodbye, and set off on her adventure with her talking rose wand and a glowing lantern. Princess Rosalie. First stop was the Forest of Echoes, where every sound repeated itself except one. The forest was silent. Trees had no voice. Even the owls sat with puffed cheeks, unable to hoot. Suddenly, a little tree whispered, "The silence makes us sleepy. Sing us a song, Rose Princess." Princess Rosalie stood tall and sang a song of blooming flowers and warm sunshine. The trees swayed, the owls hooted, echoes returned. A path lit up before her. The forest had given her a glowing feather. "The golden bird will know this," said the tree. Next, Princess Rosalie reached the River of Riddles. The bridge was gone, and in its place stood a giant turtle. "To cross, you must answer," said the turtle, blinking slowly. "I have no mouth, but I sing. I have no wings, but I fly. I disappear with the sun. What am I?" Rosalie thought hard, then smiled. "You're the wind." The turtle grinned and formed a bridge from glowing stones. "Good luck, Rose Princess." As she climbed the windy mountains, black clouds swirled around her. "You'll never find the bird," laughed the wind. But Rosalie held the glowing feather close and whispered, "I believe in light, and I believe in friendship." Just then, oosh! A golden sparkle zipped across the sky. The golden bird appeared, caught in a cage of shadows on a rocky cliff. The bird chirped sadly, its light fading. Princess Rosalie ran toward it, but the shadows hissed, "Leave or lose your color too." Rosalie stood firm and raised her rose wand. "I give my color to save the world!" A giant wave of pink, red, and gold light exploded from her heart. The shadows vanished. The cage shattered. The golden bird flapped its wings and glowed brighter than the sun. It chirped a magical song, twirling around Rosalie, and kissed her forehead. "You were never alone," Golden Bird said. "Your kindness is the true magic." As Rosalie flew home on the Golden Bird back, a rainbow followed them. The flowers bloomed, the sky turned crystal blue. Birds sang, butterflies danced. Back at Bloomoria, the kingdom cheered, and a rose bloomed on every rooftop. The Golden Bird made its nest on the castle tower, and Rosalie was crowned Queen of Courage and Colors. And from that day forward, whenever someone felt sad or gray, they'd close their eyes and whisper, "Rosalie and the Golden Bird, bring me colors today." And somewhere, a little rose would bloom. Long ago, in the sparkling kingdom of Luminara, there lived a kind young princess named Arya. She had golden hair that shone in the sunlight and eyes as blue as the summer sky. But what made her truly special wasn't her crown or her gowns, it was her heart. Arya loved helping people, whether it was carrying baskets for the bakers, feeding the palace swans, or telling bedtime stories to the children in the village. One evening, Arya's grandmother, Queen Ariel, told her a story. Long ago, the queen began, there were a pair of magical glass shoes. They were crafted from the purest crystal by the Fairy of Light. Whoever wore them could travel anywhere in the blink of an eye, heal sadness with a single dance, and make flowers bloom even in the snow. But they disappeared many years ago. Arya's eyes widened. "Where did they go?" "No one knows," her grandmother said, smiling mysteriously. "Some say they are hidden where kindness shines the brightest." A week later, on her 17th birthday, Arya was given a small, mysterious box from the royal treasure room. Inside lay the most beautiful shoes she had ever seen, delicate glass slippers that sparkled with tiny rainbows when the light touched them. A note lay inside. "For the princess, whose kindness lights the world." Arya slipped them on, and instantly, a warm glow surrounded her. She felt lighter than air, and with a little step, whoosh! She found herself in the middle of the royal garden without even walking there. Eager to test her new gift, Arya decided to visit the nearby Snowdrop village in pride. "She is Arya!" began to dance in her glass shoes. As her feet touched the frozen ground, snow melted into streams of water. The earth softened, and tiny green shoots began to appear. In minutes, bright flowers and fresh vegetables sprouted all around. The villagers cheered. "The princess has brought spring to our winter." The days later, Arya learned that the crystal forest was in then. She realized the problem wasn't the weather, but sadness itself. The animals had been separated from each other after a storm blocked their paths. Arya began to twirl and leap gracefully. Her dance in the magical shoes released gentle notes of music like silver bells. The animals lifted their heads, their spirits rising. Slowly, color returned to the flowers. The birds began to chirp again, and the paths cleared, reuniting the animal families. One morning, a shadow covered Luminara. A huge dark cloud swirled above the kingdom, bringing strong winds and covering the sun. People couldn't see, and the plants began to droop. Arya knee up close. She saw the cloud was made of tiny shards of sadness from all over the land, gathered together by an old, forgotten magic. She began her most powerful dance yet. Each step sent out waves of light, breaking apart the darkness. Her glass shoes sparkled brighter and brighter, until the cloud burst into thousands of glowing fireflies that drifted peacefully across the sky. When she returned to the ground, the people of Luminara clapped and cheered. They begged her to keep the shoes forever, to protect the land. And so, the princess who once dreamed of adventures became the guardian of joy and hope for her kingdom. Whenever someone in Luminara saw a sudden bloom of flowers in winter, a patch of sunlight on a rainy day, or a rainbow at night, they whispered, "The princess must be dancing in her magical glass shoes."
Long ago, beyond the Silver Mountains, there was a hidden kingdom called Lunaria. It was a place of wonder, where glowing flowers lit the night, Rivers sang with music, and fairies danced in the skies. Ubid, in this kingdom lived a kind princess named Seraphina. She was unlike any other princess because she carried a gift: the ability to speak with fairies. Her best friend was Lyra, the crystal fairy, who sparkled like a star and carried magic dust that could heal anything. But one day, a dark sorcerer named Malvorn stole the crystal of light, the heart of Lunaria. Without it, the kingdom began to fade, the glowing flowers wilted, the music of the rivers went silent, and the fairies lost their power. Princess Seraphina, with her courage, set out on a quest to restore her land. Along the way, she met Prince Kale, a brave adventurer who could command the winds with his sword. Dot. He joined her, promising to help bring back the light. Together, they faced enchanted forests full of whispering trees, crossed bridges guarded by trolls, and solved riddles given by talking owls. Each step tested their kindness and bravery. At last, they reached Malvorn's shadowy fortress. The sorcerer laughed, swirling darkness around them. "You cannot defeat me. The crystal of light is mine." But Seraphina held out her hand to Lyra, the crystal fairy. With a burst of courage, Lyra sprinkled her shimmering dust, and Kale raised his sword, calling upon the power of the winds. Their magic combined with Seraphina's pure heart, forming a brilliant rainbow light that shattered Malvorn's darkness. He, the crystal of light, returned to its place, glowing brighter than ever. Lunaria bloomed once again, the flowers sang, rivers sparkled, and the fairies danced freely in the skies. The people of Lunaria cheered, and Princess Seraphina was hailed as the bravest of all. She and Prince Kale became protectors of the kingdom, ensuring that kindness, courage, and friendship would always shine brighter than darkness. And from that day on, Lunaria remained the most magical kingdom in all the lands.